Sounds like everybody is, Baker. Well, I don't know. What time? You open her up and let her fly.
They're ready. They're ready. Are you ready? That is the question.
As they say in Newfoundland, let her fly.
Let her fly. Well, I'm not much of a flyer, but thank you, everybody. Welcome everyone here today. I hope you enjoyed yourself last night. And this will be a continuation of, God just raining His Holy Spirit down upon us. And earlier this week, I received kind of a message from the Lord, and it was a teaching, and He talked about this farmer, this crazy farmer. And you're only crazy until you're right. But this crazy farmer did these experiments. And what he experimented on was plants and little birds, and how that they would, these little birds would sing in the morning, and how the plants would open up when they heard the sound of these birds, and it just intrigued him. So he furthered his experiment, and because he was a farmer, and he found out the frequency of the birds was the same frequency as like a symphony, right? Of that type of music that nature loves, right? Nature loves that the voice of God, that perfect perfect word in harmony, right? And so it's so cool, right? So the next morning he woke me up at 5 in the morning. Actually at 3, I flipped and flopped. And about 5 in the morning says, okay, Lord, I'm just going to go down to Tim Hortons here in Dundas and have my coffee, read a bit of the word, Lord. And guess what happened? I started hearing these birds all around me, right? This one tree was very significant. I could hear this bird. And how it was chirping in the morning and just waking, because it was very quiet and just waking up. But because of His word, I listened more intently, and I could hear these birds in the background. You know in the morning what I'm talking about, right? They're like little alarm clocks waking us up, and they were just waking up nature all around us, and I could see nature just budding and starting to rise up all around us. And as time went on further and further, I could hear it further and further away. And different birds started to chirping together. It was like an orchestra of music, right? And then I thought, wow, is this just happened in Dundas? Of course not. All over the world, billions of these little creatures are waking up nature. Man, I'm not it's touching my heart. But what he said to me was, how much more beautiful is it when my children wake up singing and praising me? So prepare. He says, how much more do I love that than just these little precious birds? How much more? They wake up our spirits, right? So our spirits can